Okay, so this is a really great question I got in from a man called Simon, and I want to answer it for you all here, right? So the question was about finance, and you know, he just said finance. He just said that's what he wanted to know about, and I think it's a really interesting thing, and it's really something that we need to think about, and it's really the time value of money. Okay, so some people believe that debt or loans are bad, and if you shouldn't be getting into debt, basically. So the type of debt that would be bad would be taking a loan of 10 grand and buying a big fancy new TV. Like if that TV was going to make you no money, it was a bad decision, right? I wouldn't recommend it, right? Now, if you are going to use that money to actually do something worthwhile, to make more money, then suddenly it becomes worthwhile. So this is the way I like to think about Amazon businesses. And it's really also important that if you have no money and you want to start an Amazon business, you can still do it and it's still worth doing, right? But you just need to use other people's money, because if you don't have it, you need to get it. Now, if people are going to give you money, they're going to charge you interest, basically for saying, I'm going to take a risk on you. You need to give me some sort of reward, okay? And that's absolutely fine. That's something we need to work with. The thing we need to bear in mind is that as long as our return, our rate of return is higher than the rate of interest we're being charged, it's worthwhile taking the money all day long. Absolutely. Like it's not costing us anything really. It's just a cost of doing business, the cost of capital. Really, it's actually just making us money. By borrowing money, we're making money basically at the higher level, not at the micro level, at the macro level we are. Okay. So this is how I'm going to show it to you, right? So let me log in here. Let's have a look at this, right? So if we look at a product, right? And this is just an example of a product, right? This is just a calculator in terms of profitability, okay? And we go all the way, we just scroll over, we won't mind all the details there, right? We just come right over here to the end, right? We can see it's going to cost me £3,104, 53 pence to actually buy that product, get it made, get it shipped to the UK and get it into Amazon, right? Now, out of that, we'll actually make £4,208 profit. So we'll more than double our money, okay? Which is brilliant, okay? Now, if I didn't have the £3,104, I could either give up and say, I'm not going to actually proceed with this business. I'm just going to let it go. That's it. I can't do it. I have that sort of negative attitude. Or I can say, I need to get my hands on £3,104, 57 pence, and actually move forward with this product. All right. Now, this is in euro, so forgive me. I just grabbed that, but let me just do a calculation here and just change this to euro to give us an idea, right? €3,521, right? So let's just put that in here, right? It applies same with any country, right? Or any currency. Okay, so straight away, I just go to the bank here and I just ask them for a loan of €3,521. And I put it over the longest terms possible. Like if I put that over 1 year, the monthly repayments are much higher. You're much more likely to feel it. And it's just, might weigh you down depending on where you are in your life. But if we put up to 4, right? And this is what I always like to do. If I'm ever taking a loan for anything, put on the longest repayments you can and aim to like basically pay that money back before that loan is up. That's what I always do. If I can afford to, I always pay off a loan early. And that's what I'd recommend. So we can see here now it's €86.30 per month, right? That's how much we're going to pay in terms of repayments. And the total cost of credit is €621, right? Now, if we go back to our calculator here, we can see, with that money, even paying that interest, which is here, now it is in euro, I do apologize, and this is over 4 years, €621, right? It's about £550. If we left it for 4 years, which we won't do because, in the space of a couple of months, 4 or 5 months, we can make £4,208. We could pay back that loan, have more than the loan left over and reinvest by the same products again. And suddenly, it's actually cost us nothing. It's just, and if we left it for 4 years and never bought another product, we just made about £3,700 profit. If we left for the full 4 years. But what I would do is I would pay back the loan. And then what I would do is I would reinvest that money. And I just keep reinvesting and adding more products and more products and more products. And suddenly that whole thing will compound. All right. So the way to actually think about it is, what is the cost of me not doing this? Right. I would argue the cost of you not taking that loan in over a 4-year period is £3,700. But by the time you add in other products, by the time you maybe pay back the loan a bit early and then add more products, you're talking tens of thousands of pounds potentially that you lose. So there you are, that's finance. That's the way I look at it. What's the cost of not to do something? There's a great saying, and I'm not a millionaire, so this is not why but I still think it's valuable, right? What is it costing you not to be a millionaire? Like not to know how to make $1 million or pounds. What's that costing you? It's basically costing you £1 million. Like that's what it's costing you every year. Like if that's how much I want to make it per year, and not knowing how to do that it is costing me that. So I can now spend up to that to solve that question and still be in the green, still be making money. It's the same thing here. Like by not having the capital, either your own money or borrowed money, it's costing you the profit. Just a slight difference. So that's my thoughts. Folks, use other people's money if you don't have it and go for it. Like what's the worst that can happen? If you buy a product and something goes awful wrong, let's just say some reason we can only sell that at $14.95, we're still making money. So hypothetically, it's selling already at £20. But if we come in at $14.95, are we going to sell out? Of course we're going to sell out. We're undercutting the market hugely. Let's go even lower, right? Let's go down to £10.95, right? Now we're losing money, but we're only losing £814, but we're half the price. That's not going to happen. Like we're going to sell it at our asking price, maybe actually more than likely. But like worst case scenario, if you want to get out, just lower the price a bit. You'll still make the money. You still won't lose money. You'll still make money on it. So that's it, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. That's my bit of a rant, but very interesting. And subscribe for more if you're watching on YouTube. Take care, folks.